Hello everyone and welcome back to FPL Storm's YouTube channel. This is a new concept for me, a new video. We're going to do a knee-jerk video. Basically my initial thoughts after the game week. We'll do one every week, coming out on a Monday. First of all, let's have a look at my team so far this week, with one game still to play. Leeds Man United on Wednesday. So far it's been brilliant. Again, I'm up to 12,000th overall, 88 points. Rashford triple captain paying off brilliantly. Bruno also getting 10 points. If anyone captained him, well done as well. You get a lot of points from him. Matoma, another 11 points. I mean, he's phenomenal. Kane getting a goal as well is great. And Kepa Arrizabalaga, 29 points in 3 weeks. That's pretty amazing if you ask me. A few other points. Shaw got 5. And then it was pretty disappointing except for that. Apart from that, I ordered the bench quite well. Martinelli and Tony could have been taken off for Almiron and Share, but Tony's kind of disappointing me. I'm not sure if I'll keep him much further on. But yeah, a very good week so far. Okay, moving on now, we'll look at a recap of last week's games. So first of all, on Friday, we had Chelsea versus Fulham. Now it finished 0-0, which was perfect for me because I had Kepa. Now this worries me a little bit for both teams, to be fair. Chelsea are really seeming to getting clean sheets, as Kepa got 29 points in 3 weeks, as I said. So they're really keeping clean sheets. With all the players bringing in, Enzo Fernandez, Mudryk, Felix when he's back from injury, plus Havertz, Pulisic, Mount, Sterling even, all these players, they've got to score goals eventually. So I think Chelsea, watch out for them over the next few weeks. I reckon they'll start to come into it a bit more. Now, as for Fulham, they're not scoring goals really. I mean, they're keeping on a clean sheet, but I'd kind of stay away from them more. Yeah. Then on Saturday morning, we had a bit of a shock. League leaders Arsenal losing 1-0 to Everton. New manager, that's probably going to happen. Tarkowski scoring the goal. Everton's defence might be something to look at over the next few weeks. They've got all right fixtures, and Sean Dyche might be the man to solidify that defence a bit more. So keep an eye on them. Villa Leicester, that's just 4-2 to Leicester. That's just don't invest in their defences. In other words, really. 4 different scorers for Leicester. Really, there's not a main scorer for them, so I wouldn't invest in any Leicester players. Same with Villa. Really, I know I just said don't invest in defenders, and I'd probably stick with that. But you'll probably hear some other people telling you to bring Villa people in because they've got good fixtures. But I'm not sure about that. Brentford beat Southampton 3-0. Not good for Southampton. Really, really not good. I think they're in real danger of going down. Brentford, on the other hand, no Tony goal. I know that hurt me. But he's got to score at some point, I suppose. And then me getting a goal. I know me was decently owned. It definitely hurt me a little bit in my rank. He's not going to score again. Well, he probably will, but it's not going to be a week in, week out thing. But clean sheets seem to be Brentford seem to be getting some clean sheets. So might be a good idea to look at Brentford's defender. Brighton Bournemouth was next. Now I thought this would be a goal fest for Brighton, but it was only 1-0. But of course, Matoma, love that guy. I would definitely recommend bringing him in, and also maybe a Brighton defender. They're keeping clean sheets, nice fixtures. Why not? I suppose. United, there we go. Rashford's triple captain paying off, and Fernandez, the transfer, very good. Not a clean sheet on this occasion, but they keep quite a lot of clean sheets. So Luke Shaw's still a very good option. Yeah, that's all for this one. Moving on. Here are the rest of the games from last week. First of all, we have Wolves beating Liverpool. Liverpool getting quite comical at this stage. It's very funny, and I quite enjoy that. Wolves winning 3-0. I'm thinking about bringing in a Wolves player. I think a low-budget defender like Kilman or something like that might be a good idea. Wolves got some nice fixtures coming up, and they're starting to string together some results and a few clean sheets. So I think they might be an idea for the upcoming weeks. And then you got Newcastle, West Ham. Newcastle not keeping a clean sheet. That is a surprise. West Ham scoring Paqueta. Newcastle, Wilson. Almiron not scoring again. I think it's time for him to move him on. But that's a decision for later on in the week. Then Forest Leeds. Leeds getting beat again, and Jesse March has just been sacked, their manager as well. So not a good time for Leeds, which hopefully will mean Man United will do quite well midweek against them. And Spurs beating City. City still not won at Spurs' new stadium. Kane getting that goal, which is brilliant for me. And then, of course, Man United Leeds on Wednesday. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully a lot of points are Rashford, Bruno and Shaw. Okay, up next we have my opinions on who the next people to buy, avoid, sell, keep, and who you should look out for over the next couple of weeks. So buy, first of all, Mitoma. 21 points in the last 2 weeks. It's pretty impressive, and Brighton's fixtures only get better. I know they do blank in 25, but honestly, one player isn't going to make that difference. Also, buy Fernandes. He's only blanked once since the restart. I know he's a little bit more money, but if you've got Salah and De Bruyne, they're not doing very well. So I would move them to him as I did this week. Also, both of them, low ownership, get them out of differentials, get that rank rise. Players to avoid, Antony. Even with Man United's good fixtures, he's not doing anything. I don't know how many goals he scored this season, but I would doubt it would be more than 3, really. Very low ownership, and that's a very good reason. There's a very good reasons for that, sorry. Especially that price range, you can have so many people that are better options than him, so just don't go for it. Basically the same reasons with McAllister, to be honest. He's come back from the World Cup. I know he's playing well, I'm sure he is, but he's not scoring. There's no point in him for fantasy. I know he's a low price, and he will get points at some point. I know he will. But right now it's Mitoma and March that are getting the points for Brighton, so stay clear of him. Players to sell, Almiron. That's another blank. I think there's 5 or 6 in a row now. Yeah, don't get him. His XG last night was 0.25, which is very low. At that price, Mitoma's better. March is probably better as well, to be honest. There's just so many better options. Sell Salah as well. He's just not scoring. There's no point in having someone at 12.7 million when you can have someone for less than half, i.e. Mitoma at 5.2, who's getting like double, triple their points every week. Keep Saliba. Now this applies to all Arsenal defenders. Saliba, White, Gabriel, whoever you have in, keep them, okay? 1 week just because they get clean sheet doesn't mean, oh no, it's the end of the world, they're not going to keep any more clean sheets. It was Everton, they had a new manager, kind of expected that to happen anyway. That applies to Newcastle defenders as well. I know they didn't keep a clean sheet against West Ham, but don't go selling, well, definitely don't sell Trippier, but don't go selling Schär and Burn and Botman. Keep them, alright? Mahrez, I personally would keep him. I don't have him, but if I had him, I wouldn't move him. A lot of people are panicking and trying to bring De Bruyne in, and I think if you're swapping Mahrez to De Bruyne, I would think twice, because Mahrez seems to be getting minutes at the moment. He's a decent price, he's low ownership, and he's getting points. He's scored quite a few goals since the restart, and got some assists as well. So I think he's quite a good option if you're going a little bit rogue. But I wouldn't move him to De Bruyne especially. I just don't think that's a good move, and I don't think I'd move him to many others. I'd keep a hold of him. Now, players to monitor. Brennan Johnston. He's on fire since the restart. He's scored so many goals and got a few assists. In Forest I've been playing quite well and have some nice fixtures coming up. So definitely keep an eye on him. Ward-Prowse as well. He didn't score the weekend against Brentford, but before that he was scoring week in, week out since the restart. A nice price as well, same with Johnson. So I'd keep an eye on both of them. They both could be very, very nice value picks at some point. Okay, fixtures to target for this week. Looking down the list, Man City, obviously have a double, and so do Arsenal. So those two teams are players. Get players from their two teams, to target. Nketiah, definitely for me. Odegaard as well. Martinelli to Odegaard is a change that I've been looking at, and I know a lot of people are looking at. And I don't know. I'm still thinking about that one, but I'll come back to you on the next video and throughout the week on my Instagram about that one. Other games target Spurs Leicester. Leicester conceding another 2 at the weekend, and Kane is on fire, so definitely try and get Kane if you don't already. Brighton Palace. Palace conceding 2 as well. Brighton scoring. It could be a good game for Brighton. You've also got Man United Leeds. That might actually be a harder fixture than it looks. Now on Wednesday we play them, Man United that mean, and they don't have a manager. They won't have a manager for Wednesday, so that could be very, very good for my Rashford triple captain. But by next, I think it's Sunday we play them, might be Saturday, they might have a manager, and that could impact greatly on the scoreline. So that might not be as a walkover as it looks. Liverpool-Everton, that'll be a fun game. Everton could definitely win that, but so could Liverpool. It's a derby, anything could happen. But a lot of the fixtures look kind of even this week, like Fulham, Forest. Probably, but Southampton, Wolves as well. Newcastle, Bournemouth even. Newcastle should win that, but in the moment they're not in brilliant form, so who knows. and then I'll of course finish it off with Arsenal Man City, which will be a big game for the title race, and quite a big game for FPL as well. But yeah, that's all for me today. So thank you for that. And this type of video will be posted every week on a Monday, with the main video recapping the week before and looking forward to the next week posted on a Friday. All right, thank you guys.